welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to furnish the interior of our huge department store, which I already did, but I told you in the department store video that we still have a basement to furnish, and I always wanted to put a huge, or not a huge, it's actually pretty tiny, but it's a grocery store, and I really hope that you will like it. I tried to do my best to not use any debug objects. And the first reason for this is debug objects most likely will get deleted if you download this from the gallery and place it somewhere in your world or in your game. And that's a huge bummer, and I'm not going to fiddle around with lots of debug objects and fiddle around with slots and everything and the Control 9 key to make it look as realistic as possible, plus then you can see this in your own game. So I decided to go with normal build and buy objects only, and I'm also going to don't do it as super cluttered, since this is already in the department store. Like, there is a 4-story building, fully furnished, highly decorated with lots of details, and while I was building this, the game was so incredibly laggy. This build took me so much longer since my game already was like on the top of the performance here, because the whole department store building that you could see in the intro is just, it's huge and it's lots of objects. So the loading time is off the charts, and I had to admit that while I was building this I kind of had some problems building. It took a lot of time placing stuff, since I always had time between placing something until it's really there in the game. And therefore I kind of made it a little bit more simple, but then again, a grocery store isn't as like highly decorated and highly cluttered in my opinion. I just wanted to give it a pretty deluxe look, since the department store upstairs is like a really luxurious department store, and I wanted to go with something that doesn't look like a normal shopping supermarket or something, more of a where you buy your really expensive wine or vinegar or salt and spices, where you get the deluxe groceries, and I thought that makes like more sense. Just keeping in mind that the department store is also a very luxurious high-end department store, so it all fits together. And yeah, with this grocery store the whole lot is of course ready, and also ready for download. So there is a huge department store, the grocery store that you can see here in the basement, and 2 apartments in the roof. So I've built all of them, I've made videos about all of this, and I will share this of course now with you in the gallery. So I will put the download link in the video description down below, but as I said, keep in mind it's lots and lots of objects, and your PC will kind of find it challenging to place. But if you make it into build or like in live mode, then this will all be fine and very fluent. So just keep in mind that there will be lots and lots of waiting until your sim gets there, but it will all work fine once it's loaded. So that's pretty cool that the game is quite stable then. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about my grocery store. So I chose the black and white theme that we already have in the department store. Basically, I wanted to have like a whole theme so it kind of fits together. In Germany, department stores sometimes, not all of them, but some have a kind of supermarket grocery store in the basement as well, and they also have usually only like stuff that you usually wouldn't like buy as like to eat. So it's more of the deluxe version, like I said. Like if you want something that is pretty fancy, like I don't know, a really good wine, or here in Europe we are also very into vinegar and olive oil or something like this, then I would buy this in these kinds of grocery stores, or maybe something very exotic fruits and all that stuff. But yeah, usually I myself can't afford to like shop a lot in these kinds of grocery stores, but this is what I'm trying to do here as well. And I was kind of inspired by a grocery store that is like this in real life. It's also in this black and white and looks really clean, but also has wooden elements because it's basically a all natural like supermarket. So they only have fair trade groceries and how's it called, like ecologically farmed fruit and vegetables and all that stuff. And I always like if they use lots of wood and natural components in interior design, and this is what I wanted to do here as well. Also, you could already see me doing 1x3 and 1x2 little rooms with the shelves and everything. This is basically a little trick that I do since I would have to repeat this over and over again. But then I could, put in the shelves and different kind of things that could look like groceries. For example, the new detergent bottles from the laundry day stuff could maybe be something to drink. This is not a little nod to the detergent pots, the meme that people are eating them or something. I don't know, are they kind of retarded or something? But yeah, don't eat detergent or washing lotion stuff, okay? It's not good for you. I don't know why people do this. But it's supposed to be maybe like a milk container or something, because here in Germany we also get them in like these huge plastic bottles that are kind of weirdly shaped, so those are also kind of cool. Then I used, for example, also the dog and cat food. Those are maybe potato chips or something, crisps or something. I thought this is like pretty cool. Maybe there's like, maybe it could also be cornflakes, because on cornflakes there are also like little animals on them, like as the mascot of the cornflakes. But yeah, that's something what I thought would be really cool. And then I also did these counters with all this stuff on it. Basically draw like a fence around it. So this is like a whole room again, and I could copy it and copy it again and place it somewhere else. And some point of this video and build, all the objects that I placed on the counters will be gone, and I don't know why or how this happened, but at the end of the video we are going to fill them up again and then differently a little bit. So keep that in mind that this will happen. Maybe I see this now in the doing the voiceover now. That would be interesting. But yeah, then I had this really narrow thing in the middle of this basement, and that's because on the sides are these stairs that go from the first floor down here in the basement. And then I also put like some walls around, because on one side there will be the toilets for this whole lot, since I didn't place any toilets. And I thought maybe just for gameplay it makes sense to have toilets in a shopping mall or like a department store, grocery store. And also on the other side I will place a little room for the employees, like an employee room where they can brew their coffee and maybe have a quick snack and change their clothes and all that stuff. So this will also happen some time or place in this video. So since this is like a really narrow niche there that you can see there, I placed I think there are vending machines. They don't function as vending machines, but they are under surfaces if you have the Get to Work expansion pack. So I think they looked a little bit like these coolers as well. So I thought maybe different coolers could be a nice idea. Also decorated it a little bit with some clutter, but not as super cluttered and different, since these grocery stores or supermarkets tend to be very, very tidy and neat. And this is what I wanted to do here as well. Also, I had to keep the object count here in mind, since, yeah, like I said, this took me a lot of time since my game was very laggy. But I'm really happy that we are done with this build now, and I really hope that you like it as well. So here you can already see me doing the toilet. So there are 3 toilets. Also upstairs in the apartments, of course, the apartments have the bathrooms, which is basically the chic apartment and the veterinarian vet school students apartment. And of course they have several bathrooms, so technically your Sims can go there too, of course, if you use this as a retail lot, of course. So these are the bathrooms, nothing super special and fancy here. The Get to Work add-on was kind of very handy, since we have these soap dispensers and these paper towel things there, which is pretty common, of course, in public toilets, in my opinion. Then I chose some movie posters, because maybe there's a cinema next door, maybe, I have no idea. But I thought maybe this is also some, I don't know, like advertisement for products they sell in the grocery store and the department store or something. Yeah, just thought it makes like more sense. Then I moved over to the other niche, and this is, like I said, the employee room. And there will be, of course, a sofa and a TV and lots of games that they can play. Also, there will be a little niche for them to, like a cooking niche with a fridge and a microwave. And then I just placed lots and lots of random, not really random, but lots and lots of paintings and like clutter on the wall, since I thought these kinds of employee rooms are like the forgotten rooms of these kinds of luxurious department stores. Because yeah, maybe some of you have like worked in, I don't know, restaurants or also maybe in sales or something. Then you may know these kinds of rooms. They are pretty cluttered, there's stuff everywhere, and usually there's something in the fridge that has been there for a couple of months and nobody like puts it out. So this is what I wanted to do here as well. And yeah, I really hope that you like it, guys. And yeah, this is basically the whole grocery store, now also a department store and everything. I made this, of course, into a separate video, but yeah, I hope that you like it. Maybe it could inspire you for a supermarket or like a real big like shopping mall, something that you're going to build, or supermarket that you're going to build. But yeah, this is basically how I built this grocery store. I really hope that the trick with not using any debug objects works here, and that you will have everything in place where I placed it here in the video if you download this. So I really hope that you like this, and I really hope that your Sims have lots of fun there, since they now can go shopping in a huge department store and shop for groceries if they want to, of course. And thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you like it. Please enjoy the video tour at the end now, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!